Welcome all, Ben here from EWPRO. Getting straight into the weekly outlook, starting with the DXY on the daily time frame. There's a couple of scenarios here. This can be a 1, 2, 3, get a wave 4 in here and a wave 5 up before we get an A, B, C. That's one scenario. Or it can be this A, B, and we get a C down here, like I've got it, I've had it. Or we can get a correction in here and more upside. So we're really, I'm only looking for sells. Price can get up to this 161.8, like I've mentioned in previously, but yeah, just waiting for this wave here to end. We've got the 5 up. H1, we've got the bearish divergence. We sort of do have a impulse down here. So if we get a correction in here, which I'm looking at, we could look for at least 3 down. I'm not convinced that the low is over on the daily though, or the high is in place, but yeah, we're starting to get a sell set up in here on the lower time frame, so you know, we'll see how far it goes. AU, I'm looking for this C up. Just waiting for this wave in here to be over on the lower time frames and get some buy setups. H4, we got the bullish divergence, so that's fine. H1, we've got even more bullish divergence. Sort of starting to get some sort of a flat here. Sort of got like 1, 2, 3 down, nice impulse up, but this is coming straight back down. So if you do get a buy set up in here with a stop under here, it'll be fine, and I'd be looking for at least 3 up. But yeah, I'm not convinced this is the low yet. Pretty much just only looking for buys, but yeah, just waiting for those buy setups really. GU on the daily, waiting for that C up. This C up in here. Again, like all the other majors, I'm waiting for this to be over this wave here on the lower time frames. H4, we've lost all the bullish divergence on this one. There is no bullish divergence here. So, you know, we may just get a correction in here and more downside. More than likely, that's what I'm looking at. So if you're looking for the buy, like many of the others, it may not be ready yet, the buy. You can see this looks very corrective. You know, this is very choppy. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down, breaks the low. Ideally it does, then we get a nice impulse up, nice correction, and a buy setup, and we can look for buys. Pretty much just waiting for that. Not really interested in the sells. EU, waiting for the C up again. This A, B, and a C up in here. We got the 5 down on the H4. H1, we got the bullish divergence, so that's fine. We got an impulse up. If you get a buy set up in here, you can look for a buy. Yeah, and just see how far it goes. It may give us that daily C up, ideally, but yeah, just waiting for a really nice setup, pretty much, to buy. Like the other majors, I'm looking for a larger C up, an A, a B, and a C. H4, we got the bullish divergence, so I'm not interested in sells. I'm looking for buys. We the problem is we're not getting a nice impulse up, and then a correction. We're getting a very small impulse up and a correction. So you can look for the buy and just see how far it goes. It may just be an A, B, C. Get it to break even. It comes down, breaks the low, well, and gives you another impulse and correction. Well, you keep on looking for that buy until you get the one that goes. That's pretty much all I'm doing at this stage. Yeah, pretty much goes for all the pairs. They're all very similar. GY, looking for this A, B, C. We got that. I would have liked to get a little bit further, but technically it's complete. And then we get an A, a B. I'm looking for this C down. This may even turn motive, but I'm looking for at least 3 down in here for that wave 4, and then I'll be looking for that wave 5 up. I mean, you're looking for sells, but you want a nice correction before you can sell. Be looking at something like a 1, 2, 3, A, B, C in here for a wave 4, and then a wave 5 down. So you may get a buy set up in here, but I dare say it's just for a flat. If we go down to a lower time frame, yeah, it's not the best. Yeah, there's really not much on it. It's like 3 waves up, like 1, 2, 3 up. May get 4 and 5, but yeah, there's really not much on it. No nice setup. UY, we got the C up. We got this A, B, C here. But this still may be a flat here, um, for more upside. So we get like 1, 2, 3 up here, or an A, B, C up here up to that 100 fib. There was a buy set up on Friday on this I took in here. Uh, but yeah, it's quite a risky trade. Um, M15, we got all the bullish divergence. We got an impulse up in here, and I took it in here somewhere. It's at break even, so I'll just pretty much, it's just really scalping. I'm just seeing how far it'll go, really. We're right at the top of the market on the daily, so you know, does it get up to this 100 fib? We'll see. UCAD, I'm looking for this 5 up in here. As you can see, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is looking very corrective still. You know, like I've mentioned, this here where we're looking for the time factor. If I go down to the H4, looking for that time factor, the time factor completed, and we're getting a wave 5 up now. So yeah, you're either on it or you're not. Um, we got this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting this fifth wave up. It's really not much you can do with it now. You're either on it or you're not. The Swissy waiting for this B wave, and then I'll look for a C up. Not interested in buying at the top of the market. I'm waiting for the retracement. H4, we got the 5 up. We got all the bearish divergence, but it just doesn't want to fall over yet. Um, we are getting a C up in here now, an A, B, C. So if it if you get a sell set up, you could look for a sell for an A, B, C. And ideally, it gives you a 50 pip retrace on the daily, and this like turns motive, and we get some sort of a zigzag on the daily time frame, zigzag correction. But yeah, there's really not much on it. You're right at the top of the market. You're either on this or you're not, pretty much. You can't really get into it now. This top here is already broken. EG, we right at the end of the market, right at the bottom of the market in here. We've been looking for buys for a long time. The H4, we got the C down in here, like this A, B, and a C down in here. We got 1, 2, 3, waiting for a wave 4 and a wave 5 up. I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see. Not sure why that's down there, but we're waiting for this time factor in here on the wave 3. We get that wave 4, and then you can start to look for that wave 5 up. Had these arrows on here for a very long time. Been taking them off. I was looking for one up in here, another one down there, and we're in this way, this arrow here now. H4, I'm looking for that extended wave 3, like I've shown before. Looking at that 1, 2, extended wave 3, get a wave 4, and then a wave 5 up. We're getting out like 1, 2, 3. You could wait for a wave 4 in here and trade that wave 5 up in the to finish off that wave 3, or you just wait for this wave 4 and then trade that wave 5 up. At this stage, there's really not much you can do. You've got to wait for this wave 4 before you can look for a buy. Unless you're just going to scalp it, you know. But yeah. Gold, we're waiting for this time factor in here. We got 1, 2, 3, waiting for this wave 4 to be complete, and then look for that wave 5 up. You can see the correction. I've had this on here for a long time, so if you've been following me, you're pretty much repeating myself over and over again, looking for that A, B, C before we get that fifth wave up. So yeah, there's really not much you can do. We're looking for a sell for this larger C down, but it's not giving us any sell setups at this stage. So yeah, silver, we got the 5 up. We got this 5 up in here. Then we got 3 down. This is looking very corrective in here though. So, like I've been saying, I think we get like, excuse me. I've got it as an ABC, but I'm looking at it as a WXY, X2, and a Z down. This is looking very corrective, like I said previously. So yeah, looking for a WXY, X2, and a Z down before possibly more upside. But yeah, there's no sell set up on it yet. That's the problem. There's no sell. There's no bearish divergence either. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one up in here before we get a sell set up. Bitcoin on the daily, we're looking for that wave 5 up. If you've been following me, you should be on this if you trade this. We got that 1, 2, 3 wave 4, and we're looking for that wave 5 up. I put the targets on here last week. That 123.6 and that 161.8. H4, we got the 3 down. We got a nice impulse up. So if you get, a correction, look for the buy up to those daily targets, like I mentioned. S&P 500, there's really not much. We're right at the top of the market. You could look for another buy in here. Um, you're buying at the top of the market, but yeah, it's looking very corrective. We've got 3 down in here, and we're getting an impulse up. Up in here, we get an impulse. At this stage, it's a bear hidden. This top here hadn't been broken in this wave here. But if you start to get a correction in here and it looks very corrective and you get a buy set up, you could look for a buy just to go and break the top, basically. Yeah, I mean, how far it will go is anyone's guess. It's right at the top of the market. AU 200, there's really not much on this. I was sort of looking for a sell. Um, we got this impulse down. We got like an ABC. We get an ABC in here. I'm looking for downside. As you can see, looking for this A, B, C, and then an A, B, C. We got that. And now I'm looking for the larger C down. So again, if we get any sell setups, I'm looking for a sell. The footsie, oh, well, this is finally gone. It was only a matter of time before it did. I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, this looks still corrective. And yeah, by the look of it, it's finally taken off and broken the top. So yeah, we're getting a lot of bearish divergence now. Um, Pretty much staying out, unless you're on this trade, unless you're in the buy on this. Um, if you're in the buy, you can add. But if you're not in the buy already, it's going to be hard to get in. We sort of got like 1, 2, 3, get a wave 4, and you could look for a wave 5 up if you're not already on it. If you're on it, well, you're in a wave 3, you could take half off at the end of the wave 3 and add to your position for the wave 5. Come on. There we go. So the DAX just keeps on going up. You know, we've already got bearish divergence on the daily. H4 bearish divergence as well, and it just wants to keep on going up. There was a buy set up in there. But yeah, I mean, this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, lost the bearish divergence. So I'd be looking for a larger correction and then another 5 up. I would be buying here. I'd be waiting for a larger correction than these over here and then looking for a buy. So I hope you got something out of this weekly outlook. If you did, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you out there next week.